Okay, so now we're going to challenge ourselves for an overhead pattern. Today we're going to do a kneeling bottoms up. Truth be told, never tried it with the 35s. I don't know where we're going to go. This is again, I do have a 20 there. I can try the 20. As a matter of fact, I'll do a first set on the 20 just to see where I'm at. Because thinking about it this way, 35, that's nearly twice the weight of that. So I'm going to use this as a guide, see where I'm about, and then I'll go to the 35 because I lent my 25s. Not foolishly, you know, I'm trying to get back to the fitness community, and I felt like I was in most exercises strong enough to give that lending hand. All right, so going to pull this up. Now this is where I think it's going to be a little challenging on the 35 to get to this position in the first place. I'm not sure my wrist is 100% in this position yet, but you know what, maybe I just stick with this. No harm. Alright, so I'm going to do a Arnold version of this. I'm going to get that transverse swing. So in other words, I'm not just going to come up. I'm going to look to open and turn the wrist. This way I'm activating not just the front part of the deltoid, but the middle part of the back. So three-headed deltoid press, bottoms up. And I can already tell you, to be honest with you, this weight will be challenging at this pace. I'm feeling the work. I'm starting to feel the burn. This is set rep number 5. So why don't we look for up to 12. And I overtook my, it's overconfident because now the wrist is saying, I don't know how I can hold this bottom up. Yeah. And good. And good. Now again, because I'm going for a little more volume, I think it's wiser there to say, you know what? The wrist was about to falter, and before I break that line, that it goes into my shoulder and get a worse injury, let me honor the body, listen to it. Again, this is a training session. This is practice. If you're going to make mistakes, you want to make them here, but you don't want those mistakes to take you out of the game. All right, now I'm going to bicep it up. Okay, hand on hip. Now I'm noticing that this knee is in a little bit more, I think. I don't think I saw that on the other side. So let me just open it up. There we go. And again, we're going to do that three-headed beast. Front deltoid, middle deltoid, rear deltoid. Wow. This is the side that's compromised with scoliosis. I don't know if you see that. This side on me always tips up a little bit more, so it's always actively or consciously trying to pull it back down. But it's work. I have a bony structure that's compromised, and the muscles can only do what they can. I'm trying to train them, however, to pull the spine back in the right direction. All that focusing on the spine, I actually forgot about the arm, but now it's catching up and reminding me, hey deltoid, getting tired. Let's try one more. I lost count. I think that's 6. Oh boy. And take a rest. Now this is the part where you look at your watch and you realize that you kept it on rest and it didn't count any of those reps and it didn't count time under tension, and you're like, oh shoot. But what are you going to do about it? You know? Big deal. Big deal. I think we're told so often what to do. We don't reinforce how to do, and we certainly don't embrace why we do. What are we feeling? Where are we trying to get here? I'm trying to get my shoulders stronger for sure. But am I trying to get my shoulders so strong that the rest of the body's not working with it? No. I'm trying to help my shoulders catch up to where I feel other parts of my body are, with the constant reminder that those body parts at times forget, drop off, and then it just becomes about a shoulder. So again, why am I doing this? I want stronger shoulders. I want an overhead pattern. Why am I doing the swinging motion? Well, I want to try to incorporate all 3 heads versus mostly the front deltoid. Also gives me a little bit of an opportunity to squeeze into that shoulder blade back here. So that's why we do it. And if we don't ask why, we can't understand how, and there'll certainly be no when, and I'll just say, what? So why? Why do you do? Then I'll show you how. Okay, so again, sticking with the same weight, and press it up. Now it's kind of like a Pavlov response there, but you see how I pull back here on that initial one. I'm just trying to remind myself, don't let the ribs just flare up. It's not that I'm not sticking them slightly, but I'm pulling them in. I'm trying to keep my body core intact and then send the weight away using more external muscles. My core right now is responsible for the transference of energy from the ground into the arm. And then my grip is starting to, yeah. So just one more, because I don't want to drop this. Not on my head. Yeah, and good, and control. And very nicely done. I hope. Pretty tired. Now my watch said that was 6, but I don't know how it's honestly keeping track of 6, because I think it goes through vibrations and, well, we'll see. Let's see if 6 changes. All right, here we go. And I got this fan on full blast, you can kind of see. This is me, you know, Leo DiCaprio, front of the helm, front of the Titanic, blowing in the air. Okay. I'm the king of the lift. Here we go. Okay, pull it in tight, everything good, making sure that this stays here. And then we're going to press. Really interesting. The wrist feels a lot more stable on this side. It's not the injured side. However, the shoulder, not so stable. So there's a lot of crisscross patterns going on in my body where things are just getting pulled in all different directions. But that's why you need the core, to pull it back. Do our best. I think this is 4, maybe it was 5. I'm just going to go off of, what does my body have? I think I have safe for one more. Okay. Whew. Yeah, stayed at 6 reps. See what I was talking about? All right, taking a break. At this point, trying to get a little bit of dialogue, completely lost track of how many sets I'm doing. But good news is, when I look back at the video, I'll go back and I'll jot it down in my notes. And I'll know how to proceed. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right. Now, you might be saying, you know, you're getting a little tired, need a little bit of help. You can use a little bit of a hip swing, you know, pull it in to get it up. If you feel like it's a little bit too much of a weight just for the bicep. The only concern is you got to make sure you rein it in, because that you got a weight coming with a little more force now at you. So you can't tell me your triceps not working in that motion to stop and break that hand. You're always at work. The whole body is a system. It's never singular. You can say, I just want to work my tricep, but you're never just working your tricep. At least you shouldn't just work. All right, here we go. A little bit of hip swing. That helps the wrist out a lot, actually. And there we go. And I hit the lap button, so I don't think I hit the right button on the watch, but I'm not going to care anymore. Still tracking my heart rate. Still knows I'm in a session. Now, this is interesting. I am going to go to 8. This is number 7 coming up. There we go. I got a better wrist alignment for sure. And that's 8. And I have to admit, I really feel, oops, what's going on here? Come on. Come on, watch. I really feel as though that initial little use of the hips to get it up just prepared my wrist back, so it wasn't yanking a little bit. I like it. Interesting. I felt confident on that side. And I think the muscles are certainly getting tired. But you know, so let me try that little bit of a hip swing. Not much. You got to go at an angle here. Just got to remember that because otherwise you're going to hit your thigh. So a little bit of an angle and then in. There you go. Nice and tight. And then from there. And amazing, yeah, even here. And maybe I gave myself more rest, but I don't think so. Not significantly. I got two more. The shoulder is starting to get tired here. And good. Now I did, as part of my Tabata work this week, I did do a thrust or a push press. You use your hips a little bit more in that because you're pushing from the hips. So where am I going with that? It's not that just because the shoulder gets tired, I have to cheat. If the shoulder gets tired, the body starts to say, okay, how can I help it? If the mind is not aware, if the body's not aware how though, you'll notice that the ribs just pop and you'll get into this really bad compressive at the lower spine. So it's not that popping the ribs per se, but it's, are you still trying to rein it in a little bit? Just get it that extra support. Keep all of this in so that you're avoiding that hyperextension, especially hyperextension compression of the low back, which is not a good posture to ever be in. I'm going to give one more set and then we're going to move on to the next exercise. All right, now, I did just do this arm. Force of habit, I already changed. All right, we're going to do a little bit of a slight little bit of hip swing, back up, ups. Realizing that my watch is capturing nothing. And here we go. And here we go, ribs, and press. Again, pulling back right here. Simultaneously makes the shoulder work a little bit more, because now the shoulder is responsible for doing its job, but also says, okay, the body, I got you. And if you can't do it, then we'll stop. I'm not going to let you cheat. We're teammates. You get hurt, I get hurt. If you, the shoulder, can't do your job, well then I'm losing something that I can help you with, so I'm technically losing my job. It's a chain. As much as I love to work the core, the reason why I work the core is so I can work the extremity. And I can always get back into just working the core. I can do exercises where I don't involve this arm if the shoulder gets hurt. I did it when I had a problem with my rotator cuff. But the core's like, come on, I'll take more. I'm your help. I'm your friend. I'm here to help. So yeah. All right, we're going to finish up this side. And let's get it done. A little bit of a swing. Gets up safely. I'm actually really happy that I stayed with the 20. Just getting super confident, thinking that maybe 35. But then I remember that I only really ever did this with 25. And even that was hard. It's pretty hard. It's extremely hard. What am I talking about? Okay, that's that extra. Got to pull back now. Focus match just to finish. Two more. Yeah, that's the shoulder having to work extra. The wrist is saying, come on, buddy. Come on, last one. Don't drop it. And good. Awesome. All that re-engagement really comes from the ground up. Shoulder is getting super tired. He's saying, hey, listen, can I have some help, or can I have some cheating help? And you, as the responsible friend, have to go, no, it's not good for you. Come on. I'll take you, show me what you really got, and let's move on. With that being said, that's the end of our bottoms up press, half kneeling.